What's up, y'all? My name is Esther Njuguna, but those who know me in the dance and choreography world, I'm called EK. I'm a fitness and dance choreography expert. I mainly specialize in dance fitness, both teaching adults and kids. The kids program is called FIT. FIT is just fitness in teenagers, where we emphasize the need on building biceps and fingertips. What motivates me every morning to wake up is to be a part of somebody's journey, to help them make the daily steps towards achieving their fitness goals. That's my greatest inspiration. And watching them transform, it just gives you a new lease of life, because you are with them in their journey and you're able to see them making the sacrifices, seeing the commitment, seeing the pain, seeing the joy. We walk more or less hand in hand together, and therefore I'm able to see them change and be their number one cheering fan and able to celebrate their victory at the finish line. So we go, yay, yeah, you did it. The fact that there's so many people looking up to me to be their role model and inspiration. I also have a challenge on my part to remain fit, to make a healthy, conscious choice every day.
It's time for our big conversation. Now, many Kenyans are struggling with weight. Whether overweight or obese, the number of Kenyans battling weight-related issues is on the increase. It is therefore no wonder that the need to lose weight and maintain a healthy lifestyle has led many to all sorts of slimming methods like detox juices, I'm guilty, cleansers, charcoal detox smoothies, sounds crazier, slimming teas and fad diets. Even gyms and fitness studios, which used to be a reserve of the wealthy, are popping up in residential areas as more and more people take up membership. But do these methods actually work? And why is it that most of these weight loss methods seem to be tedious and unpleasant? Can weight loss be fun and fulfilling at the same time? This morning, we're delighted to be joined by a very bright Esther Wangoi, who runs... we weren't given all the names. Esther Njuguna, who runs an organization of fitness solutions that caters for both adults and children. Esther has quite the CV. She has worked at prestigious gyms such as the Stanley Hotel, Boma Hotel, and the Karen Country Club. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
A very good morning to you.
Good morning.
So tell us about this organization.
Okay. Well, there are two companies in one. The first one is Baliamos, which is Latin for Let's Dance. It's a high-intensity dance workout.
Oh, that song, Baliamos.
Yes, and that's the beauty about it. Every time you say the name, everybody
that's the song just rang. So it means let's dance.
Yes, let's dance.
Well,
yes, so
okay.
you actually get into the mood of what the company is all about. So it's fitness through a high-intensity dance workout. We usually use different genres of dance: salsa, hip-hop, African, contemporary, all geared towards getting you into the best shape of your life while having the most fun at the same time.
Now, when we say African, what is African exactly? Now we have Lingala, if we start digging into it.
Oh gosh. Okay, like for me, what I've done is it's more of a mixture of different African moves, and then I've also added something from my culture, which is chakacha, and you'll be surprised how much that is a high burner. It works on your quads. Oh my gosh. But yes, it does get you into the best shape because it's working on your abs, it's working on your legs, and it's also toning out your gluteus muscles as well.
Yes, so, the behinds gotta look good.
Yes, and everybody wants a beautiful behind. So yes, it's one of those moves that you'll have lots of fun while working out. Yes.
It's sounding like work already. You just threw that word, working out. Tell us, so as Esther, how long have you been in the fitness industry?
Wow, I've been in the industry since 2008. What I did is I majored on dance and choreography way back from 1998. I was in a dance company called Olova, and that's where I was able to hone my dance expertise from, and then just enhanced it over the years. Then I saw the need to diversify and to be able to cater to most of my clients' needs, because everybody always comes to the gym and or the class, they'd be like, okay, I want to dance, but I want to tone my arms, I want to tone my legs, I want to lose my pot belly. So I decided, why not just research on what is already out there, the exercise, the aerobics and all that, and then just see if I'm able to come up with something that's different and unique and still caters to the needs of the client. And that's how I was able to merge two passions, which is fitness and dance. And I was able to come up with something that I call targeted dancing, which is whereby every move that you're doing, you can actually tell what part of the body you're working out. Like if you're doing the hip hop routines, those ones majorly work out your abs or your core muscles, abdominal muscles.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I had a blonde woman
Yes, I
there
realized
thinking
that.
core
I lost
muscles.
you there for a moment.
Who is? Okay.
Yeah. So and then when you're doing African moves, because they are very, very vigorous, you tend now to work on the larger muscle groups, so the arms and your legs as well. So and then all the jumping around also increases your metabolic rate at the same time. So you are actually definitely getting
A cardio workout.
At the same time.
hope.
And then for salsa, those who love Latino moves, just as the name suggests, yes, with all the twisting and turning of the waistline, you will get a definite chin waistline. And then because you're using your larger muscle groups, which are your legs, you will definitely get toned, beautiful legs. So you'll be ready for the summer holidays.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm trying to say that do I sign up or do I ask you questions? But let's first, okay, you've worked at prestigious hotels, you know, like the Boma Current Country Club. What was the nature of your work? Were you a gym instructor? What were you doing?
I specialized, as I said
And you
earlier.
mentioned there you specialized earlier. So is it like a school you go to? Or what happened
No,
here?
not
This
really.
dance group all over.
Not really. Actually, it's just as I said, it was just meeting a need that was existing in the market, and nobody had seen it coming rather.
So you created your niche.
I created my niche by just being extremely good at dance, and then honing my fitness skills. Just being able to separate myself from the mass market. Yes. So and I was majorly a dance choreographer and dance instructor. So those who come for the class, you will actually learn the basics of dance, which is,
So if we have two left feet, we can learn to move.
coordination, balance and control. Yes, and a bonus is the choreography. Yes, so at least so that when you go out, at least you're able to keep the beat.
You know, some of us
And
just
not
can't.
step
Eh?
onto your
There are
neighbor's
people who
toes.
can't, even if you threatened their stability. Now, of course, we mentioned that fitness, you know, has become, there's a craze about it. We know weight loss and fitness. What is causing this consciousness?
Well, currently it's because our lifestyles have really changed. So we are getting all this, what we call non-communicable diseases, like the cancers and the like. So it's all just because of our lifestyle changes. We're eating more high-calorie foods, high carbs. Oh, let me not use terminology. High carbohydrates, so that our listeners are together with us.
And high calories, yes,
Yes,
is high
and
calories.
high calories, high sugars.
Yes.
High sugars, and a lot of saturated fats.
What are what are saturated fats?
Like the margarines, the fries, yes, things that actually have just empty calories. It's nice on the taste bags, but really it's not beneficial to your body. Yes, and what I like to tell people is that you have to eat what you're going to burn. Yeah, because if you don't burn what you're consuming, then it now turns into fat, and then that actually helps you. I mean, that actually leads you to gaining weight.
So we'll get into those nutritional details in a bit.
Okay.
But you know, so this, you know, there are lots of methods these days on weight loss. You know, and there are all kinds of myths. Like you'll hear people talk about slimming pills and herbal teas. You know, what are your thoughts on that? Slimming pills and teas, you know, are they supposed to be shortcuts to weight loss? Do they work?
I like the word you've used, shortcuts.
They tell you take these things for 1 month and lose 7 kg. Actually, 7 kg is usually supposed to be lost within 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, you know, you have to first of all understand what is your body type. Yeah. But personally, I don't believe in them because I was actually fat a few years ago.
She's not fat now. Take it from me.
Oh gosh.
Unless we're talking about the PHAT kind of fat. That one she is.
Oh my gosh. But yes, I actually had put on weight. Those who knew me before and now, I had actually put on weight and then I lost it. Or rather, I determined to.
Yeah, because you know when you say you lost it, it's like you lost it in the
like
supermarket.
So
no, can we? No.
No, so I decided to lose it, and one of the things I realized is that losing weight is the hardest thing to do.
Tell me about it.
And I was so glad I put on weight and then began the journey of losing it, because now I was able to empathize now with the plus size ladies and gentlemen.
Esther, wait.
Yeah.
But you're so happy you put. So you intentionally added weight?
No. I didn't intentionally do it.
Okay.
It just happened. Which is what
happened.
I slackened on the exercise. I wasn't being very conscious with the eating. And that's how I ended up putting on weight. I had changed my eating patterns, and because, as I said now, I wasn't burning what I was consuming. That's how I ended up putting on the weight. But I was later on, in reflection, I was actually glad that happened in my life, because I was able to see the psychological stress that plus size people actually go through, because there are mornings where you wake up and you really don't want to do anything. You just want to sit down,
the lazy
eat
song Bruno Mars.
Think about the fitness tomorrow, or maybe you've woken up and you're aching from the fatigue of yesterday, and you really don't think it's gonna be possible. But one of the things I learned through that journey is that fitness is mental. You have to be able to master your body. Yeah,
and the mind is the master.
Yeah, the mind is the master. Yeah, you have to.
In that case, man, the spirit is willing, the mind is weak.
The body is so good. But yes, you have to be able to commit to the process, because one of the things I learned is that you have to want it bad enough to be able to let go of everything that's letting you stay the way you are. And that's what I tell people who come even for the classes. You really have to want it bad enough. I shouldn't be the one coming into class and pushing you, give me 10 more, give me 5 more, squat lower. No, you know how badly you want to get those toned legs. You know how badly you want to lose that pot. You know how you want to stop saying bye-bye twice. You know, I usually tell people, lift your hand and say bye. If their things shaking,
extra things happening after that.
You know, if their thing's still shaking, then you're the one who actually should be pushing me to push you harder. Yes, so once you realize that it's you who has to make that conscious decision to make that change in your life, I'm telling you, when you actually achieve that goal, everything else falls in place. You feel like you can actually conquer the world because you've ticked that box.
You have conquered yourself.
Yeah, you've conquered yourself, which people think is easy, but it actually isn't. Saying no, like I personally, if I can just share a little bit, my weakness was actually cake. I'm telling you, I couldn't pass cake.
Kwanza, if it's nicely made and it's moist.
Oh, don't start talking.
I'm seeing chocolate.
But now I'm good. Now I can have a small piece and I'm okay. I'm telling you. So, but learning how to say no to yourself for the greater good is actually the best thing, because now you can look back at your journey and be able to inspire someone else.
I am inspired. Angie,
Amen.
Pages ago, I don't know. We're going to have to say no to everything at this rate. But so we've talked about those are the slimming pills and belts. Now these days there's sijui belts. I just want us to get rid of some. You know, sijui wear what wear. Yeah. Sijui there's surgery without surgery. These are my belts and slimming things and sijui suction and sijui what therapies. Do they really work?
To some degree they do. Like when you go for the liposuction, it's just making your work a whole lot easier because they remove out all the fat, but then you still have to go for surgery because of all the loose skin that's there. So it is a very expensive shortcut in the long run. But I always say, why not learn the process so that you can actually have the discipline to maintain your new size? Because
so if somebody's thinking surgery, what would you tell them?
Why should you? Why?
So it means maybe I'm being too weak, or I'm looking for shortcuts.
It's a shortcut. We want shortcuts, and that's why we are where we are right now. I mean, because we want shortcuts. How fast can I cook dinner? Oh, let me run to the market.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, warm it up in the microwave, and dinner is served. But if you just took time to prepare your own meals, because yes, that is a convenience, which it does help to some degree, because maybe you come home late or you're exhausted, or it's just one of those days you're like, I don't want to enter the kitchen. But you don't know what went into that food. The calories involved, the salt involved, the sugars involved. So it might actually be a healthy meal, but when you start breaking it down to that degree, then you realize, really, have I saved myself? Really? Yeah, really. Because at the end of the day, Waswahili husema haba na haba ujaza kibaba. So
tulijaza kitambo.
Yeah, you will end up jazing that kibaba.
So if you're just joining us, we have with us Esther Njuguna, who runs an organization for fitness solutions that cater for both adults and children. Now that you've gotten into the food, can we discuss this story now? You know, you're talking about, yes, salt, nini nini. What are the things we need to be very careful about to create a healthy, balanced diet?
What I teach people, whether it's the adults or the kids fitness program, which is called FIT, FIT, our motto is build biceps, not fingertips, because most of them are always on their phones.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I usually tell them is what I'm teaching you is nothing new. And that's the amazing thing. When you tell people, you know, you're meant to be eating your vegetables, they'll tell you yes. You know, you're meant to be eating your proteins, yes. You know, you're meant to be eating your carbohydrates, because you do need them. So it's where people fail is actually the portion control.
Okay.
Yes. So like if you have your normal round plate, half of it is meant to be vegetables. Half of it.
Vegetables.
Vegetables. And,
okay. Foolish question here. Are potatoes vegetables?
No. That's more of a starch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more of a
So
starch.
half the plate is vegetable. So here we're talking about things
yes,
like skuma.
Yes, or kale, for those who know kale.
Yeah, kale, colored greens.
Colored greens, yeah.
Your because you know,
Your
I think
spinach.
our challenge is some of our vegetables are not, as you're saying, vegetables. So like waru is a carbohydrate.
Yeah. Okay.
So what else? What else is
this way.
confusing a bit?
Leafy greens.
Okay.
I think that's more simpler. Yeah.
Anything with chlorophyll in it. Okay.
Yeah, because it does help with bowel movement. So
yes.
Are
carrots?
Yeah, vegetables are good, and mix them
Peas?
up. They don't have to be. Yes, they don't have to be. But pea can also fall as a protein. Yeah.
Okay,
so what
so half this, half the plate has
half the plate is vegetables.
Greens,
it can
okay.
either be cooked or raw. So you can have the cold salads, the carrots, the lettuce, even cabbage if it's uncooked.
Okay.
And the tomatoes and lettuce. Did I mention lettuce?
Yes, you did.
Yes. Okay. So and then our usuals: the sukuma wikis, the cabbage, the spinach,
managu,
the managus. In fact, growing up, my mom used to make for us. Hi, mom. My mom used to make for us those managus. Mchicha. My dad loved mchicha.
Mchicha ndio managu?
No, they're different.
Oh, you know, we were told it's the same thing. Okay, cool.
So, and growing up, we used to call them, today we're having me and my younger brother, Tim, we used to call them bitter herbs.
August style.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So when you see them for dinner, you're just like, oh my gosh. But look, now I'm appreciating them. Now I'm really appreciating them.
So half the plate is the greens.
Yeah, half of the plate is
that
the
leaves
greens.
us with another half.
Yeah, so and then now that half you cut it into half, so that now you have 2 quarters, your protein and your starch. What I usually tell guys is your starch should be fist size. Yes, so that, yeah. So
do you know how little that is?
I know. But if you're eating three small meals during the day.
So now if your starch is supposed to be fist size, as in you kunja the ngumi. And just that space.
Yes, that space.
So must even a chapo might not.
Is it even half?
You might not even eat a whole chapo.
No, 1 chapo is enough. And ask me, I'm telling you. Fuck, my husband. He knows. I'm telling you. I love Njuguna. Yes, I love chapos. I could eat chapos the whole week. Growing up, we used to compete who could eat the most chapatis. I'm telling you, in one city, it would either be 4 or 6.
Okay.
But you know, when you're a child, you burn those calories.
Yes, you do.
Yes, but when you're grown up, you can't continue these old habits. And
so fist size.
What I've learned is actually 1 chapo is enough. 1 chapo is enough.
Even dudes, you know, usually told guys have a big appetite and they have what metabolic rate. Like they should look at me like, yeah, right.
Yes. No, but it's true. It's
so
true.
So then they can eat 1.5.
Yeah, they can eat 1.5 because their metabolic rate is actually.
You have to eat just 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you're planning to burn it. That's what I was saying earlier. If you're gonna eat more, then make sure you burn it. So hit the treadmill, do cardiovascular activities. It could either be swimming, running, or jogging, or even spinning, spin classes or cycling. Yes. So if you're not gonna burn that energy, then you don't need that much carbohydrate.
Okay, now that is, so the carbohydrate is the size of your fist,
The size of your
and then the protein is also
the other
quarter of the plate.
Quarter of the plate.
Yes.
Now here's a challenge, and when we say portions, watu wana sahani za aina aina nyingi. Inaweza kuwa karai, sinia. So let's agree, what is a good size plate? Because that's that's the other problem. Like now when you're at home quietly between us, we eat on the two small plates, ndio. When visitors come, zile sahani watu chomoa.
Those nice ones.
Those
nice
and they are
ones.
big. So how do we, when we're talking about size, how do we pima the right size of the plate? Because everyone says portions.
Yeah.
So
no, but you see, your feast doesn't change, and that should be your guide.
Kai, the plate will look empty.
Yeah. But if you're eating those 3 balanced meals, and then
so it should be 3 meals a day.
Yeah, 3 meals a day.
It's hard for working people to do 3 meals a day.
Well, you
because like now
nowadays there are a lot of these what do you call them? Plastic containers that you can actually use to carry your snacks.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can carry your salad to work, or make a smoothie and carry it to work. So you see, at least that caters for 1 meal up until maybe your lunch break, or and then or like what you were having earlier, the nuts.
That's bonkers. No, it's just that there's nothing to eat. In the morning, my stomach is not awake when I get here at 5.
Oh gosh.
So this is to shikilia.
Yeah,
the nuts. Yes, I carry nuts with me. So yeah.
She's a good girl.
You're rich. We're trying.
Yeah, I hope that's not just today.
No.
Because you heard I'm coming.
No, I didn't. I know. I usually, that's the only thing. Well, yeah, it's not like I'm gonna come in here and start having breakfast. Okay. So now, here's some other myths we've been hearing about. So we've talked about the size of the plate and the portions. Now, Mara, you hear people need to go wheat free. Gluten is bad for you. Dairy is bad. What are the truths here?
Well, scientists keep making discoveries. So what I can say is, because I do have friends who are
the people who have gluten intolerant.
Yes, they are gluten intolerant, and also even milk as well. Yeah, so lactose intolerant. So it just depends. What I usually say is, before you start deciding on your own that I will stop eating this, just visit a nutritionist. Yeah, get the truth from a qualified professional first, instead of just looking on Facebook and seeing, oh, this one did this and it worked for her, because you don't know their body type. Yeah, so don't self-diagnose first. Yeah, visit first your nutritionist, and then get the right information. That way, at least it makes your work a lot easier as compared to deciding on your own. Because when the enthusiasm for this new fad wanes, you will slip back to your old habits.
I tell you.
And that's when now you pound away. I mean, you increase the pounds. Yeah. You increase the pounds and the kilos. Yeah, because you're frustrated. It didn't work. How come she lost weight, or he lost weight, or they look slimmer? Yeah, so you end up compensating, and in your anger, by that time, you're realizing
it's too far.
Yeah, the damage has already been done.
Now, you've mentioned this a couple of times. You're talking about know your body type. So what are the body types?
Wow.
Is that one who said it?
No, well, okay. It's just basically understanding how quickly your body burns fat.
So is it a test, or what do you do? How do you discover somebody's?
It's actually a test. That's why I'm really insisting on.
See a nutritionist. So there are tests that can be carried out.
Yes, and in fact, most gyms nowadays do offer that test. At least for you to know your body type.
What, the BMI stuff, or what is this?
Yeah, that the body mass index. Yeah, it just guides you to know whether you're already obese or not, or you need to shed 10 kgs, or you're in the safe zone. But at least it also helps even the fitness instructors, so that when they see you at the gym, they're on your case. You shouldn't be spending time talking with your friends. Hit the gym. Do what brought you to the gym, which is actually working out. Yes, so at least once you see them, then they'll be able to guide you and tell you, okay, because you have that this amount of fat in your body, so you need to do XYZ to lose that amount of fat, or your cholesterol level is pretty high, so you need to cut back on the fats, or if you continue at this weight size, you may become diabetic. So you need to cut back on your sugars, so that, or you have high blood pressure, so cut back on your salts. Yeah, so that's why it's very, very important for you to know, so that they can actually pinpoint the problem, and it becomes a lot easier for you to go back home and see what's in the cabinet or in the fridge, and decide, okay, this has to go, so that.
But generally, what are some of the things we need to avoid or be careful about how we use? And I like how you
yeah.
mentioned salt.
Yes.
Sugar.
Yes. Yes, and oil. And oil. In fact, those are major culprits. What to a pwani, oh God. I'm a Costinian.
Viazi karai.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Mkate mayai daba.
What usianze. Pocho. So, yeah, our heritage is good, but there's some things that if you do in excess, they actually are detrimental.
So like
to health.
oil and stuff, we need to punguza.
Yeah, punguza. Yeah, and one of the things I learned from my husband is that you actually don't need to cook with oil. Yeah.
Where? How are we cooking this food? When we are going to just, I know cukes, we like boiling food. But,
yeah, but that's extreme.
No.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, imagine you'd be surprised. And that was the...
Tell us like how. Kwani yeye ni mpishi?
Well, he can cook for himself. He can.
He's a chef. No, because you're saying you don't need oil. So mnapika vipi?
No. It's just one of those amazing things I learned when we were dating, and I was really wowed. Seriously.
So how do we cook food without oil? Let's start this here.
Okay. So what I learned is that you just put like a little bit of a quarter cup of water in the sufuria.
We're kind of steaming it.
Yeah. So you're more or less kind of steaming it. Yeah, and then cook with that. If you really must put oil, do your olive oil. Drizzle it after you finished cooking, and you'd be surprised. That's less than a teaspoon.
Sasa mami
or
wajua.
I know.
Olive subiri. Olive oil ain't cheap.
Yeah.
So for and some of us, whatever, depending on where we're living, we may not have access to olive oil. No offense, as I don't want to name any region in the country so people don't catch.
Yeah.
But like in my Yeshagi, no one can hit me there. If you drive to Kagwe or Nyandoma, there's no you're walking and saying nataka olive oil. It's not available. We don't even have supermarket. No, there's supermarkets. That was close.
Use what you have, but in moderation. That's what I'm saying. Just use a tablespoon. A tablespoon is more than enough. You know, because you can think, and it's something you have to. It's well, your tongue is a palate, and it's just this new eating style is just for you to develop a new
taste for things.
Yeah. So the first time, of course, your tongue will be like, "What is that? Really? Oh my gosh!" I mean, your body can go into protest mode. But
kidogo goes a long way.
Yeah, kidogo goes a long way.
So I think the message is here: we have to stop deep frying things.
Yeah, just grill.
Actually, yeah, like sausages, we learned, grill them or very shallow fry. Actually, just put it somewhere and the fat will come out.
Yeah.
Now, mafuta. Okay, so tumesema olive oil, tumekwambia kishagi wito.
Yeah,
I hope I haven't insulted my people. Hakuna olive oil. Coconut mafuta nazi.
Yeah, so if you don't have that, mafuta nazi is actually really good. So just use a teaspoon or a tablespoon for your fry. And that's more than sufficient.
Toshagari.
And as I said, toshagari kabisa. So as I said, it's just for you to develop that tasty.
Okay.
Or rather, that palate for this new food. And then after that, your body will actually thank you because it will actually serve you a lot longer. Yeah, than pumping it with the wrong stuff. Then for the salt, I actually don't cook with salt. Apart from rice, I'll put a pinch of salt.
Okay, that's nice. The opposite. Me, I don't put salt in my rice or my chapo.
Okay. And
me, I like bland food maybe. No, my starches are hardly salted.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Because now mnaweka kwenye ugali.
No.
Nsali sijui.
Okay, kuna wengine unaweka, but we don't. In fact, ugali we buy ile ya kusiaga.
It's the best.
It's the best.
Then you add some cream from us who have cows.
Cream, yeah.
Cream. Okay, that's a no from her. Relax.
No, but it's high. It's high fiber. It's high fiber, and that's why when you eat that ugali as compared to the other brands, you'll find your stomach is actually much fuller, and there's no stress going to.
And you go.
The throne.
And you go. When you need to go, you go.
Yeah, you go. Yes, and then so we talked about the fat and the salt, the sugars. One of the things I learned is that people tend to think when you say sugars, people tend to think it's the salt. I mean the cakes, the cookies, all of these things that are baked in these fantastic bakeries. But about 2 years ago, when I started getting sore throats, when I visited my doctor, he told me that it's actually because I actually told him what my breakfast and my lunch and dinner is, and he actually told me that no, it's actually the fruits that you're eating.
Fruits are bad.
No, not fruits are bad. No, just listen first.
Okay.
The sugar, because what I was eating at that time was very ripe pineapples, very ripe mangoes. So those are high in sugar.
So tuzile zikiwa chachu nini?
No, just semi ripe is good.
Like now it's been mango season and we've been hanging out. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, when it has the crunch. Yeah, don't wait for it. Even when you go to the market, I don't know that you've experienced this. When you go to the market, they already know when it's mashed or when it's too ripe. They'll automatically tell you near
juice.
So they know. They know. By then, it's already so full of sugar. You don't have to add any sugar. In fact, if you add, seriously, you're not.
No, you need help. Yeah, we're both praying for you there.
Pray deliverance. So. And I saw the moment I changed that and now started eating less sugary fruits, like what I have is the watermelons. Pineapple is not too overripe.
Right.
Mangoes, it still has that crunch. And I switched from the red apples to Pink Lady.
Me, I love the green ones. They're just nice and yummy. I like the tartness. I like that tart.
Yeah.
The tartness.
Yeah. So it works. And they say an apple a day
keeps the doctor away.
Yes.
So if you're just joining us, that's a very passionate Esther Njuguna. Fitness, she loves her fitness. We're talking about food as well. And we're learning quite a bit, I must say. So yeah, so fruits, we have to be careful how we eat them. Now that you brought in that myth, now I'm confused. Now I hear you should eat your fruits first, then eat your food later. Vile tulilelewa, you eat your food, you go buffet, unakura shakura, alafu namaliza na fruit. So how is it supposed to be?
Eat your fruits first. Eat your fruits fast because it's kind of on your digestive tract, and it's a nice wake up call, something cool and refreshing as compared to just shocking you with a protein or a carbohydrate. I mean that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work for your stomach if you're just waking up. Yeah, so you start off with your glass of water, then your fruits, and you'll find by the time you're done with the breakfast, and in an hour's time you should be able to visit the throne room. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if things are not happening in the morning, I mean your good morning wake up calls, then it's just small things what you're doing in the morning, and you'll find that things are a lot better.
You get things working. And so you mentioned the glass of water in the morning, and a lot of people say it's good to start with a warm glass of water to amsha the system. Others suggest you should add a dash of lemon. So that is good.
Yes, that is good. That is good.
Now, there's also that style, there are all kinds of recommendations. The most regular one these days is in the morning, eat like a king, midday, eat like a prince, and at night, eat like a pauper. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
So,
yes, it is.
The heaviest meal of the day should be when?
Okay, like it brings me back to what I had said earlier. Eat what you will burn. So for someone who's not necessarily in fact let's use you as
here we go.
There we go. Yes.
Okay, Angie, who sits down a lot.
Yes. So for you, you don't need as much carbohydrates as someone like me.
So what should I have for breakfast?
Breakfast, you can actually start off with protein. I mean, you can have your gouaches and dumas.
Okay, thank God. Phew.
Yes.
And brown bread, maybe.
Yeah. You don't need the bread.
Okay, fine. The duma or the gouache.
Yeah, the
cool.
dumas and the gouache.
It has to be the size of my fist.
You can have. Well, gouaches nowadays are a nice size. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, one gouache is good with a cup of tea. And then after that you can have, because now you're throughout in the studios, your nuts are also a good snack.
Okay, now the reason I have nuts is because when I wake up I don't eat anything. I haven't eaten anything. The only thing I've had are nuts.
Okay, that's not good.
Are you going to eat at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Start with something light.
I've had my lemon and water.
You've had your lemon and water.
My apple cider vinegar, lemon and water.
Okay,
that's it.
Yes, that's fantastic. It helps with your voice. Yeah, because it helps cleanse.
I was hoping to burn fat, but fine.
Yeah.
That was at 4.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So
now I can go and have a gouache at 10.
Yes. Gouache with your cup of tea. That's
good.
Okay.
Yeah, so when should I have lunch then after that? Now that I'm the guinea pig.
Well, now for lunch you can have if you have your brown rice, fine. If you don't like that, you can have. I saw you light up when you talked about ugali.
So because brown rice, no.
Yeah, so you can have your ugali with your greens, and your protein can be either red meat or white meat. The red meat will actually take about 8 hours to get digested, or white meat. White meat, the protein, fish or chicken.
It takes a shorter.
No, shorter time.
How long?
for 4 hours.
Aki, somebody told me it takes 2 days to digest red meat.
No.
They were just being nasty. So it's 8 hours.
It's about 8 hours. That's why you'll find after you've eaten red meat at night, you can't sleep. Yeah, because you're just feeling it's heavy. It's heavy. And if you do that at night, you'll find yes, you'll wake up in the morning, but you'll wake up fatigued because while
the body
you were
was
asleep,
tired.
Yeah, in fact, I like to use this analogy. While you were asleep, your body was like the comp. You just put it on hibernate. Yeah, it's not shut down, complete shutdown.
Okay, so fine. So now we've had lunch at what? At 2. I've had my breakfast at 10.
Yeah.
So I have lunch at 2.
No.
At 12.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then after that, what do I have?
So now you're in between snacks, and now your it can either be fruit or nuts.
Okay.
Either at 10 o'clock or at 2 p.m. Yeah. So
I should eat supper at what time?
By 6. In fact, 6.
Well, by 9 I'll be hungry.
No, that's where you have your fruit, your apple.
So we eat at 6.
Yeah. If you really must, yeah. Yeah. So you eat.
Wait,
at 6.
Now, mommy, we are working people.
Okay.
To go Nairobi.
Yes.
To go wherever it is we're in the world. People get home at 7, 8.
Yeah.
And then you're telling us to eat at 6.
That's where now your takeaway snacks come in really handy.
Okay.
So have your nuts, have your yogurts are really good. And
Needs to
if
be
you have the
natural.
granolas-
Yogurt needs to be natural.
Yeah, sweeten it with fruit that you bought. Yes, because you don't know. Yes, they say we put strawberry, we put the mangoes, but you don't know. As I said earlier, you don't know to what degree is it syrup, to what degree is the sugar.
Okay.
Yes, and because some of our labeling hasn't been very elaborate, so why not do it yourself? Know how much mango you put in there, or how much bananas you put in there, or if you love your berries, throw them in as well. Yeah, they're good antioxidants. Yeah.
So yes, this is Esther Njuguna, health instructor, and giving us some nutritional advice. Hey, we've eaten enough now. Let's get back to exercise.
Let's work it out.
So you say you have a program for teenagers, FIT. That is, what does FIT stand for?
Yes, FIT stands for Fitness in Teenagers. Yes, our motto is build biceps, not fingertips.
So get them off the iPads and the phones.
Yes, get them off the iPads and the phones.
What do you do with them?
It's dance choreography. So they actually learn balance and control and rhythm as well.
So now, where are these from? The places I'm seeing, this place sounds a bit high end.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the programs you've conducted are in Makini School, Hillcrest, Kianda.
Yes.
Now the rest of us.
International School.
Now you see Nairobi International School.
Well, actually, the reason why I went to those schools, if I can just explain that, is because they already have a set co-curricular activities. So it is part of their school program that you must do your co-curricular activities, sports and all that. Whereas in our city council schools, sadly, games time is actually an extra class.
Yeah.
And for me, I really feel bad about that because kids are actually meant to be playing. There is a reason why in the education system kids are meant to be playing at least 40 minutes every day. Yeah, so they don't come home hyper. I mean, they need to expend that energy so that when they come home
they don't stress people.
Yes, you're not trying to wind them down and they can't be wound down.
So parents campaign, we need exercise back.
Yes, so it's good for us to insist the kids need the grades, but they also need to play because it's through playing that they actually playing and sporting activities they learn all these life skills of leadership, of teamwork, of cooperation, of sharing.
Pushing yourself to the other limit.
Yes, and learning even their own strength and capabilities. And I thank God that nowadays we're not just limited to what can I say, white collar jobs.
Yeah, I mean, like you're a fitness instructor.
Yeah,
you can dance.
If that was
cool.
offered way back then, I'd be very far now. But yes, right now your talent, you can actually be pinpointed by a scout, and you can be the next Messi,
Yeah.
Or Ronaldo, because I support Real Madrid.
Okay, cool. There we go.
Yeah, so
footballers, the Daniel Wanjiros and the Mary Kay Tanis.
Yes, you can be the next star. I mean, your talent can open up great doors for you. So kids playing is actually part and parcel of what I teach, and then also I teach them the basics of nutrition, just what I've been explaining all along, but just very, very simplified. Instead of carrying your Mars bar in your bag, carry an apple. Yeah, sometimes the parents actually come and see you. Who's insisting on
Fruits.
Fruits. Yeah, but
Get a bit expensive.
but you see, the beauty about it is because we have to get the parents involved in it as well. Because who does the buying?
It's the parents.
It's the
It's not the
parents.
kids who go to the
It's not
super.
the kids,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I'm telling them eat your vegetables, and then they go home, they don't see the vegetables, or even the best one that I like is drink your water. We have a water break during the workout, and you realize that some kids don't even know that you can actually hydrate with water.
They know it is
they're so
soda
used to the juices
and
the carbonated drinks. Yeah, so when you tell them water, they really struggle with it. But eventually, over some time, they actually learn, oh, it's actually really nice. I actually feel much better. I feel refreshed.
But others want it
Yeah.
flavored.
Well, what I call it's infusions. So you can either use fruits or berries, leave them in overnight, and then drink.
Yeah,
use them in the
infused. Yeah,
morning.
but there are those who, like, I've seen now people have to buy the flavored
The
waters in
flavored
the
already.
supers. Yeah.
Yes. So do it
natural
yourself.
water is good.
Natural, because our bodies are 70% water. So why would you want to try and change that? Yeah, that's how come now you end up finding that your body is malfunctioning because you're not. It's like your car is diesel, and then you're going to put super. It's going to work. Disaster.
Now, okay, so now you talked about your we just pronounced it, the Baliamos.
Baliamos.
Oh, it's Baliamos. I got it
Baliamos. You have
correct.
to share it
Caramba.
with flair, you know.
Si.
Si.
Prego. That's not going Italian. So
Yes,
if people want to take it up, how do they take it up? Where can they? Do you have DVDs? How do we? There are those closet guys in the house who are thinking maybe I could try this out. How can they get in touch? And how accessible is it?
Well, currently I have a class at Anessa Gym. It's a ladies only gym in South Sea. But I also teach personal training as well, so we can.
Personal trainer.
Yes, personal trainer. Yes, for the committed people who want results. In fact, that's what I'd really emphasize: results oriented. Yes, so you sign up to the program knowing that we're not stopping until you get your results. Yeah, or unless you quit, which is not a good idea because why did you sign up in the first place? So yes, the personal trainer is to get you there. And so that we can celebrate your joy and you can be an inspiration to someone else.
Let me ask you, how expensive is it to have a personal trainer? It's like how much? It's just a question. People wondering as they drive to work right now.
Well, it can range from 1,500 to 3,500
Per who?
per hour or per 2 hours. But
Hey, Angie, there's a way to make money. Can we lose weight and become trainers?
and become trainers. Oh my gosh! But it's a win-win for both of us because I'm with you for that 1.5 hours or 2 hours.
So it could be a group also?
Yes, it can be a group.
Could be
of
me and
five.
my girlfriends.
I usually say, okay, we have what I call a jam party session. It's just 5 or 10 of your friends. Where I can charge you 1,000 shillings. And we come and we work it out. And the beauty about it is it's personal training, so it's personal. It's a very individual and tailor made for your body type. So I know your limits and I can push you beyond, or I can make sure you achieve your goal. I can walk with you step by step and ensure that you are sticking to the program.
Okay.
And the other thing that I add is we go on a shopping trip. The shopping trip is just actually to help you find the best food at a reasonable price, because that's something I learned when I was losing weight. It's one thing to say you want to lose weight, but if your cupboard or your fridge still has everything that will make you backslide, then you're really not helping yourself. So clear it out and then stock it up with good stuff. Like there's a cupboard that used to have the cookies and the creams and all that stuff.
All that stuff gotta go.
I tell you, man. So now even my nephews, they know when they come to see Auntie Nema,
Hana chochoto.
yes, yogurt and fruits.
Good.
And smoothies.
I am doing
I'm
well because I
telling
buy
you.
my people fruits. My nieces and nephews only eat fruits. I don't buy sugar. I don't buy candy.
Yeah, that's good.
They
That's
know.
good.
You want an apple, mango? What do you want?
Yeah, which fruit?
I wanted
do you want?
apple, mango.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
generally, let's be honest here. Every January 1st, I will lose weight. Generally, if you're committed and you're dedicated and you're doing your exercise and you're eating right, on average, how long does it take to lose weight? People tell you can lose. There's this. Okay, I don't want to name it. But it's like you've had all these big names went
Yes.
through it,
Yes.
a certain lab thing,
Yeah.
and they
yeah.
lose 20-30 kilos.
Yes.
Can you really realistically do that in 4-5 months? And is it safe for you? Or even there are competitions we now see on TV,
Yes.
and people are rewarded for losing the most amount of weight in a month, or because those things last a month, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Do they maintain, or won't you yo-yo after that and come back in doubled style?
that's why now it's important for you to get into these things mentally prepared, because within 21 days you should have seen some changes. For ladies, the thing you will notice the most is actually the inches drop faster than
so it's not always kg, so do measurements.
Yeah, do your measurements.
Okay,
do your measurements. And I always tell my clients, celebrate your little victories, because it's those that give you the fuel to continue. Those are the ones that will wake you up in the morning and remind you, hey, last week we lost an inch here. Yeah, so push it a bit harder this week, so that there's progress. Baby steps. Well, within most fitness programs are 30, 60, 90 days. And then if you're really big, that's when now realistically we tell you 6 months to a year.
Okay.
So that you're pacing yourself, and it also allows you, because it's mental. It does affect you. I mean, there are those mornings where you wake up, look at yourself in the mirror, and just be like, you know what?
Whatever.
Get it. Yeah. You know what? I wasn't complaining. It's just my people who are complaining. So
you need to love me for me.
Yeah.
What
My
you
choice.
see
My
is
size,
me.
my choice. You know. And but at least it gives you that time frame.
So there's 30, 60, 90. So those actually now, because you see now, good. What are the things I need to look out for when I'm seeing all these programs being offered? Weight loss programs. What are the things I need to consider so that I'm not getting myself into a fad or something that really will not be good for me? Because those guys tell you 30-day program, 60, whatever. What do, give us some exercise, common sense, some tips.
Well, it needs to, it needs to have a complete program, in the sense that it has upper body workouts, abdominals, and abdominals don't mean just crunches. There are a variety of
there's a scary one called the plank. Ouch.
Yeah, in fact, that one I have come to love. I'm telling you.
Okay, well, I haven't gotten there yet.
It gives you powerful arms, man. It's really, really, really amazing. And so your upper body, your abs, and your legs. And then it also has to have, at some point, some resistance or endurance training. Yeah.
There's this HIIT. What's this HIIT? Is it HIIT?
Yes.
That's a new craze you keep hearing. Yeah, that's a new thing, man.
Yes.
So what's that about?
High interval intensity training is just high, because yes, it is pretty high intensity, and in the sense that you will work out extremely very hard within a very short period of time. Like, it can be 20 reps or something, but at a very fast speed. So actually most of them can be very high in speed or tempo.
Yeah, see, those are the DVDs now we're all looking for, the Sean Who's and the whatevers.
Yes, those guys, yes. So, and they work, but you need to know, are you ready for them? Because your size may not allow you to do them because you're too heavy.
Yeah, and maybe you're harm to your knees and ankles.
Yes. And also something people take for granted, but I always emphasize on it. In fact, it's one of the things I say at the beginning of my classes when I'm starting a new class. Proper gear.
Okay.
People assume that, I'm going to
Let's talk about proper gear. What is proper gear?
Yeah, proper gear is cross-trainer shoes. Okay, I love Nike, so okay.
Label, okay, you label. Cross. So,
but yes,
so even nikienda pale study ama nikienda Ngara naambia, will they not cross trainers?
Yes, they will.
So cross trainer shoes.
Cross trainer shoes, because they have a high absorbency.
So a thick sole.
Not necessarily, a thick sole can be thick
can mean
and
anything.
Stiff.
Okay.
Yeah, so it can absorb your weight.
So
it's just
cross trainer shoes
helping you with the bounce off the ground.
Okay.
Yes.
It's protecting your joints.
It's protecting your joints, in particular your ankles, your knees, and your hip bones as well. So, and then of course sports socks, not stockings.
What are sports socks?
The thick ones. They actually, you can get them at most sports.
Okay, so they are thick. That's why they're sports. Okay,
that's
cool.
What they're called sports socks. And it's just to help with friction in the shoe.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the shorts, okay, if it's a guy, I usually tell them, if you can squat comfortably without anything tearing, that's perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, and your members are in place, perfect.
Okay.
All right. Then for the ladies, fitting stuff, of course.
Leggings,
and then
tights.
Yeah, those ones are good. And then boxer panties. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's all right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then of course the one which is the most important is a correct sports bra. If you're heavy at the top, wear the ones with a thick a thick band
strap. Okay.
Yes,
but
because it offers better support both for your chest and of course your neck muscles. That doesn't overpull them, and also doesn't affect your lower back as well.
Now, some friends who are blessed say the other challenge with sports bras is the bigger you are, then the chances are you will not find a sports bra that fits.
If you go to a branded shop, you will get.
Okay, and have a good pocket with you when you're going.
Yes, have a good pocket, but you know what?
Do we need these makofias and funny things people wear? What else do we need on the top?
Before we move on,
the bra.
I want to emphasize something. How badly do you want to lose this weight?
Seriously.
Yeah.
So invest.
Would you? Yeah, invest. Just invest in it once. Get a couple nice, good fitting ones. I always tell people, if you want to test something, go to the bathroom, jump. If things are not moving, that's perfect.
Okay.
Because the purpose is not for things to be moving. Yes. And when you invest in yourself, then you are investing in your future. Yeah. So would you rather save on the few coins on the sports bra and then end up paying a hospital bill? Yeah,
now when you put it that way, just invest.
Just invest.
The life you're saving is yours.
It's yours.
Okay.
No one but yours.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now that's to the neck. Anything else we need to have on?
No, not really. Okay. Personally, I like rocking a bandana. It helps prevent the
how do we prevent the glow?
The
women
glow.
Women don't sweat. We glow. Horses
yeah.
sweat. Men perspire. Women glow.
But for me, I just love bandanas. It's something I've always had since way back. So put on what works for you. Yeah, there are those who like that. There are those who put them on their wrists. So whichever works for you.
Or maybe it depends on, I guess, how sweaty you are.
And how sweaty you are as well. Yeah, so if you're not that sweaty, because there are some people, we can work out with them and I'm the one who's pouring and they're looking as good as new. So it just depends on you. And then always, very, very important, hydrate. So always walk into the gym with your bottled water. Yeah.
Carry your own water.
Carry your own water. Make sure it's within reach. Yeah. Because I always say
you wouldn't get a stitch when you're working out.
No. It actually helps you. It's refreshing. Refreshing. It helps you cool down. It helps you refocus. Yeah. And because of the nature of it, it's pure. It has no contaminations and all that stuff. So your body actually readily receives it and converts it into a refreshingness in your body. So you actually, it's like a boost. It's like a boost. So
now, time flies. It's about before I say goodbye. How much water do we need to drink every day? And distinguish between water and juice and tea and all those things. How much water should we ideally drink? 8
glasses of water.
And how do we drink it? You know, Jimara, drink 4 glasses in the morning when you wake up. What? I don't know. How do we space it out? Just
have your half-liter bottle. Yeah. Have your half-liter bottle and just keep drinking one at least every 2 hours. Yeah. In fact, by the end of the day, you should have drunk a whole lot more. You just don't realize it. But if you have it with you, when you're thirsty, take a sip. Yeah, you'll be fine.
So and sodas are not a substitute for water when I'm thirsty.
They're not. In fact,
or tea.
In fact, if anything, they'll make you more thirsty. Yeah, because it's not what the body needs. In fact, it's good you've mentioned that.
Chica has some serious notebook with many American notes. They can't go exam.
No, I just want to say this real quick because I think it's really, really important, guys know. It's just how to deal with food cravings. So I written like what I used to struggle with. So like for the chocolates, what your body actually needs is magnesium. So you can find those in nuts and vegetables.
Phew.
Yeah, and then the sweet and sugary stuff, the cookies people, what your body needs is chromium. So you can find those in broccoli, grapes, and sweet potatoes.
Yay.
Yeah, so our guaches are in there. And then
if you like spicy, tangy, salty stuff.
Yeah, salty stuff, actually your body is just craving chloride. Yes, so for those you can have celery. In fact, we have a lot of those at Parkland's Hawkers Market, my favorite place, and lettuce and tomatoes. And then for those who love the alcohol, your body is actually craving for protein, calcium, or potassium. So what you should eat is actually sukuma wiki,
broccoli,
bananas and
Oh,
oatmeal. I know I've already lost some friends there.
No, the banana, at least I was waiting for, when you said potassium, I was like, bananas
Already. Yeah, so you see.
And oatmeal.
And oatmeal. But then, you'd be surprised. When you do these healthy replacements, it's just the first few days that are horrendous. And it's just, as I said at the very beginning, it's your palate.
Taste thing, yeah.
Yeah, but once your body adapts to it, you'd be so surprised. It now starts yearning for them. Yeah. So baby steps. Just make these changes in small stages, and you'll find that with time you're able to say no to the thing that was actually making you put on weight. And soon you shall be actually looking at yourself in the mirror and like, hey, I'm 2 sizes down, look at that. Yeah, and I look fabulous. So it's a victory worth celebrating, a victory worth looking forward to.
That is a very passionate about physics. I hear physics, Angela.
Physical
about
exercise.
physical, well, working out properly. Yeah, it's that magnesium.
Dance fitness.
Dance, fitness, nutrition. Yeah. And her name is Esther Njuguna. We'll definitely let you know how to get in touch with her on social media.
I don't care.